Think about it. You wake up and your knees crack before you even get out of bed. By 2 p.m., your brain feels like it's wrapped in fog. Your stomach feels bloated no matter what you eat. We tell ourselves, that's just getting older. But what if your body isn't aging? It's just missing one thing. Here's a wild stat to start with. In some studies, people who added eggs to their morning routine reported feeling noticeably more alert within just 2 weeks. No supplements, no diet overhaul, just one small change. And what if that fix has been sitting in your fridge this whole time, hiding inside the shell of a single egg? Today I'm breaking down, science by science, what actually happens inside your body when you start eating eggs every single day. Stick around, because number 6 is the one almost nobody talks about. Today's subject, the humble boiled egg, arguably the most debated food in nutrition history. One decade it's a superfood, the next it's public enemy number 1 for your heart. So today we're settling it, 8 specific, science-backed changes that happen in your body, from your energy and blood sugar, to your joints, heart, gut, brain, liver, and even your skin. Let's get into it. Egg yolks are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin B12 and choline. Both of these compounds feed directly into your mitochondria. Think of them as the tiny power plants inside every one of your cells, and B12 is basically the fuel truck that keeps them running. That's why people who eat eggs for breakfast tend to avoid that brutal 11 a.m. energy crash. It's not a caffeine spike that fades in an hour and leaves you jittery. It's a slow-burning, steady kind of energy that actually carries you through the whole day. There's also a practical side to this. Eggs are one of the very few foods that pack protein, healthy fat, and micronutrients into a single compact package. That means your body doesn't have to work overtime digesting a huge meal just to extract usable fuel. It's efficient in, efficient out. For decades, eggs got blamed for raising cholesterol and, by extension, blamed for basically everything. But more recent research tells a very different story. The protein and fat in eggs suppress ghrelin, the hormone responsible for that gnawing hunger that hits an hour after a carb-heavy breakfast and sends you straight to the vending machine. Fewer cravings means fewer blood sugar spikes throughout the day. So no, eggs aren't a cure for blood sugar problems. But think of them as a stabilizing partner sitting quietly in the background, keeping you fuller, longer, and a lot less likely to reach for the donut at 10 a.m. Egg yolks are also one of the only natural food sources of vitamin D, a nutrient a shocking percentage of adults are quietly deficient in, especially anyone who spends most of the day indoors, works a desk job, or lives somewhere with long, gray winters. Vitamin D is essential for how your body actually absorbs calcium. Without it, calcium mostly just passes through you. That means a lot of the knee and back pain people write off as just getting old is actually low vitamin D quietly showing up as joint discomfort. A daily egg won't fix a serious deficiency on its own, but it's one of the easiest, cheapest dietary tools to start closing that gap, long before it turns into a real problem. Here's a detail most people don't know, and it's the one that flips the whole eggs are bad for your heart myth on its head. The lecithin in egg yolks actually helps break cholesterol down into smaller particles and transport it toward the liver, instead of letting it settle and build up along your artery walls. In other words, in the context of a balanced diet, eggs don't automatically spike your bad LDL cholesterol the way we were all taught back in the 90s. For most healthy people, they can actually support how your body processes and clears cholesterol. Obviously, that's not a free pass to eat a dozen eggs a day. Like almost everything on this list, it comes down to balance and what else is sitting on your plate next to them. Compared to heavier proteins like red meat, pork, or a big plate of beans, eggs are remarkably gentle on your digestive system. They're fully broken down in about 2 to 3 hours. Fast, clean, and efficient. That's exactly why most people don't get that heavy, sluggish, I need to lie down feeling after eating eggs, the one you often get after a big steak dinner or a bowl of chili. That makes eggs one of the easiest protein sources on the planet for anyone with a sensitive stomach. Here's the one I promised you at the start. Egg yolks are loaded with choline, and choline is a direct building block for acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter your brain relies on for memory, focus, and quick thinking. Multiple studies have linked adequate choline intake to slower age-related memory decline, and some researchers have even called choline the most underconsumed nutrient nobody talks about. So that brain fog feeling a lot of people quietly blame on stress, aging, or just being tired. In a surprising number of cases, it's simply diet, specifically a near total lack of choline, which is almost completely absent if your typical breakfast is just toast, cereal, or a coffee on the run. Adding eggs is genuinely one of the fastest, cheapest ways to close that gap. Your liver is basically your body's detox facility, running around the clock whether you notice it or not. Eggs contain methionine and cysteine, two amino acids your liver specifically relies on to neutralize toxins and process everything else you've eaten that day. Especially after a heavy, greasy, or alcohol-heavy meal, eggs hand your liver extra raw material to keep that cleanup process running smoothly instead of falling behind. Last but not least, the one that ties everything together. Eggs are a direct source of the amino acids your body uses to build collagen, and collagen is the literal scaffolding holding your skin firm, plump, and elastic. When collagen production slows down, which it naturally does with age, that's exactly when fine lines start showing up years earlier than they should. A daily egg is a cheap, simple way to support your skin from the inside, not just whatever cream you're putting on the outside. So no, eggs aren't a miracle pill, and nobody's saying you should eat 10 of them a day. But they might be one of the only foods on the entire planet that touch 8 completely different systems in your body: energy, blood sugar, bones, heart, gut, brain, liver, and skin, all at the same time. If this changed the way you look at your breakfast, hit like and subscribe, because next time I'm breaking down another everyday food that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time.